And hope he gets lucky.
So off they head for the Betfair Tingle Creek. John Bon right to the fore early on in the cheek pieces. Towards the inside is the grey Il Etait Temps. Outside Load as we rise at the first. Boot Hill and Liberty Hunter as they race up towards the second and open ditch. John Bon out in the lead. Load on the right hand side. Il Etait Temps on the left as they approach the open ditch, which is the second. John Bon just shifted to the left there, a bit of a shimmy. But got to the other side okay. Il Etait Temps and Load, the pair of greys, flank the leader. Almost an arrowhead formation for the front three. Liberty Hunter and Boot Hill as they climb the hill and race past the packed grandstands who send them out on their final circuit with John Bon out in the lead. Load in second place, in third Il Etait Temps. Then Boot Hill racing on the outside of Liberty Hunter as they continue their progress up the hill and make their way right-handed towards the fence on the side of the racecourse. Out in the lead, it is John Bon. John Bon by about a length or so. Load in second, Il Etait Temps is in third place. And behind these, Liberty Hunter and Boot Hill as they turn towards the cross fence. Out in the lead, it's John Bon, pursued by Load, just dropping a length or so off them is Il Etait Temps in third place as John Bon just presses on the approach towards this. Has gone 3 to 4 clear, Liberty Hunter and Boot Hill, as John Bon reaches the cross fence, takes it just ahead of Load, who shifted out to the left and was joined briefly by Il Etait Temps, but there's a length between them again as they turn into the back straight, Liberty Hunter and Boot Hill. So John Bon racing with plenty of enthusiasm towards the 7 fences in the back straight, leads by 2 lengths from Load and Il Etait Temps, 2 lengths to Boot Hill and Liberty Hunter. John Bon up the next, measures it well, matched by Load and Il Etait Temps as another plain one looms. John Bon out in the lead, Load in second, Il Etait Temps a little bit economic in his jumping pattern is third as they head towards the second of the ditches. And out in the lead, John Bon, Load and Il Etait Temps. Still only 3 lengths between the front pair. They've moved on by 5 lengths from Liberty Hunter and Boot Hill as they make their way towards the water jump. John Bon and Load charting a wider course than Il Etait Temps towards the inner, but still not too much between the trio. And still close enough attendance is Boot Hill and Liberty Hunter as they make their way towards the railway fences. 6 to take. John Bon out in the lead. Towards the left-hand side, Il Etait Temps, Load towards the right-hand side is the first one to apply a little bit of pressure. Il Etait Temps just 2 lengths down there. Then Liberty Hunter and Boot Hill. John Bon leaving Load by 2 lengths. Il Etait Temps is in third as John Bon's got into a nice rhythm as they make their way towards the next. Aintree in the Beecher Chase result stands at Aintree. So it's John Bon out of the back straight with on the outside Load and Il Etait Temps. So the 3 of them are going to have every chance here as they race towards the pond fence. John Bon from Load and Il Etait Temps. They've quickly stretched away from the Betfair players Liberty Hunter and Boot Hill. So it's John Bon racing towards the pond fence. Right-hand side, Load in the blue cap. Then behind these, Il Etait Temps as they fan out towards the pond and they're racing towards the third last in the Tingle Creek. It is John Bon as the race comes to the boil. Load on the outside, Il Etait Temps trying to nip up the inside, 3 from the finish. John Bon rises in the lead, pressed by Il Etait Temps who slips through on the inside under Paul Townend to take it up. Load on the outer as they race towards the second last. Il Etait Temps heads down towards 2 out. John Bon still in there with a chance, but it's Il Etait Temps who is away by 3 to 4 lengths from John Bon, and then Load down towards the last. Il Etait Temps has the lead and it's a clear one. Heads towards the final obstacle. Il Etait Temps is over clear from John Bon, and then back in third is Load. A 3-cornered fight has become a 1-horse parade. Il Etait Temps, it is time for a change at the head of the 2-mile ranks. A decisive statement made by Il Etait Temps in the Betfair Tingle Creek. Another grade 1 for him. John Bon in second, saw off Load, Liberty Hunter and Boot Hill. A punch of the air from Paul Townend. Willie Mullins, Il Etait Temps. Suddenly, that swing round the home turn, the door was left open, he was through it in a bound, and he strode away up the hill. Il Etait Temps, the 7-year-old, landing his 5th grade 1. An undemonstrative little horse in a way, but my word, he's got great ability, great guts, a great day for Hollywood Racing, Barnane Stud, Craig Kieswetter et al. And from the second last, not a moment's doubt, Il Etait Temps wins the Betfair Tingle Creek.
Paul Townend all smiles, winning the race for a first time. Willie Mullins, his first salvo fired this season in Britain, wins the Tingle Creek for a second time, a 6th Grade 1 for Il Etait Temps. As they approach the Pond Fen mix, I thought we might have Moscow Flyer, Azertia, Well Chief all over again, but up the inside, zipped Il Etait Temps.
Yeah, John Bon was jumping out to his left, and Nico was steering a middle course really all the way around. And you know, you do not give Paul Townend a gift like that, because if you do, he's going to take it. And exactly, like Il Etait Temps, the worry I had with him was, what was he going to be like under the pump? Would he get all the fences right? Well, just watch him at the last fence. I think that shows you where you are with this horse. Look at this. He's got loads left. I think he's a smart horse, and he's just really, really confirmed that today. John Bon finished in front of L'Eau de Sud today, but just wasn't good enough.
No, I think the winner there, Il Etait Temps, I think he's the best 2-miler around. I thought that John Bon was much better in the cheap piece. I thought he ran his race. As you quite rightly say, he just wasn't fast enough on the day. You know, this horse is very good. He's smaller than the others, but he jumped really well, and he's got a really, really big engine in him.
Paul Townend looking at the big screen, must have loved what he saw, and he loved this moment, winning the Tingle Creek for the first time.
Your first Tingle Creek. There's only one Paul Townend chanting out here. He's only little, isn't he? But what an engine.
Yeah, he's tiny, isn't he? But he actually rides with loads of scope. Answered every question I asked of him today, and I feel a bit silly for not picking him so many times in his career now, but thankfully we're getting on him now, and he's living up to all the promise he showed as a young horse.
Certainly did. I mean, he obviously had a bit of time out, and then he burst onto the scene here last April, sealed that championship for you guys. But I mean, he's just building and building.
He is, and he went through the race really, really easily today, and because he's relaxed so much now, or you can do what you want with him, you know. In years gone past, you'd be afraid to ask him for a jump early in case it set him alight and you wouldn't get him back. But he's so straightforward now, and he's so tough, you know.
He's electric with his jumping as well, isn't he?
He is. But he's measured clean. He's what you want every horse to do, whatever their size, and he's brave, yeah.
Well, we haven't seen you very much yet this season, but I feel like this could be the way of things to come. We'll be chatting a bit more, I'm sure.
I hope so. Thank you.
I think we can absolutely guarantee that, particularly after Christmas into the spring. Willie Mullins, make sure you're watching the Hilly Way tomorrow. More Willie Mullins stars out on show. More live racing to enjoy tomorrow afternoon. Huntingdon and the racing in Ireland very much to the fore. But Hollywood Racing and the Barnane Studs, the Keys Vetters and co have won the Betfair Tingle Creek, led in by Luke Turner in the light blue suit. Il Etait Temps. Pretty ominous, isn't it? Willie Mullins, first big one he fires goes in.
Yeah, very much so. But you know what? I don't think this is lost on Paul Townend. I think he's ticking them all off one by one. Tingle Creek, King George last year. I think he wants to win all of the big races, and he's riding for the right man to do it.
You wouldn't bet against him, would you? Il Etait Temps. There's not much of him, but that engine really is a fierce one.
I'll bring him in now. Bring him in. You won't be able to go in.
That was much more like it from John Bon, but well beaten in the end. Likewise, L'Eau de Sud, who was weak at 7-2 in the end. Il Etait Temps delivered. The 8-11 favourite won the Betfair Tingle Creek Sandown's pre-Christmas highlight.